My grandfather, Douglas Woods Keddy, was a Superior Court judge in Yuma County for 18 years, long before I was born. Because of this, most people who knew him remember him as firm yet fair, not the kind of guy who takes much bull from anyone. Many times throughout my elementary school years, Grandpa Doug came to stay with us for long periods of time to give my Aunt Cam, who lived 2 doors down from him, a break from caring for him all the time. With his old age, he suffered from dementia and wasn't able to function as well as he used to. Nevertheless, his rough-and-tumble attitude was still intact, and although he didn't say much at the dinner table, when he did, it was decisive and solid. Despite all of this, one well-known fact about my grandpa, especially as he got older, was that he never hesitated to hold back his tears when something struck him as remarkably beautiful or touching, and believe me, this happened often. Grandpa Doug is one of the many reasons why I believe in crying. You could say that I come from a family of softies. My grandfather's emotional traits certainly passed on to my dad, and my mom has definitely been a crier all my life. I frequently get all choked up at the smallest things that just strike some sort of nerve inside me that causes me to tear up. Although I haven't always felt this way, I have come to accept and encourage crying when it comes. I believe that all people should feel free to cry when they feel like crying, whether it may be a few tears or full-on sobbing at a movie, a song, a death, a story, an occurrence, or even a thought that passes through their mind. Crying is healthy. I think that many people would agree that they just feel better after a long, hard cry, a sense of relief and contentment. I am 100% open to whatever people do to blow off steam, but when people tell me they haven't cried in months or a year, I almost feel bad for them. I feel it is a simple and natural release. To be honest, my grandfather's crying spells had the tendency to make me uncomfortable while in the same room as him. It would be over something so trivial and simple, and I wasn't able to see what was so significant. But when Grandpa Doug died in July of 2007, a service was held for him in his courthouse close by to where my father and his siblings grew up. And sitting in the jury box with all of his other grandchildren, surrounded by all the men and women who came to pay their respects for the beloved judge, father, and grandfather, I couldn't help but let the tears flow. Ever since then, I have believed in crying.